Hey, my name is Nick Tam with Consulting Profits. I just hosted a 3-day mastermind showing 15 agency owners how to hit $100,000 per month in their business. Let me show you how I did it. So I had 15 agency owners flying from a bunch of different places all over the US and come into Calgary, Alberta, Canada, which is where I live. And a lot of these people came in first time to Canada. They got to experience mountains for their first time, have a mini vacation, and we got to experience some business as well. So the people that came to this event are all agency owners who are doing a minimum of $10,000 a month. And the goal is to show them very small, simple tweaks they can add into their business to 10x their business right away. So the first day, people came over to my house for a bit of a welcome reception. Everyone got to meet each other in person for the first time, have some drinks, loosen up a little bit, and have some fun. Day 2 was sessions and then a nice dinner. And day 3 was also sessions and a going away dinner / farewell kind of party. So all these agency owners, I actually helped start from ground up. So they started from zero. A lot of them were 9-to-5ers and things like that. So they initially joined one of my programs to get started with their agency. And then this particular group of people who flew down are now agency owners who are a little bit more experienced. And we're showing them how to add consulting to their business now to take them to that next level. And we hosted the event on the 40th floor of this amazing building. There were insane views of mountains, rivers. You could pretty much see the whole city. And when people were walking in, they were just absolutely blown away by the views. I'm still blown away by the views every time I go up there, but it was a great spot to host the event as well. So a couple of the topics we went over the weekend were, one, how to actually evolve from an agency owner to becoming a consultant, to how to craft a VSL so that way you can pre-sell your clients and have a bunch of pre-sold clients coming into your funnel. And then we also had a couple of guest speakers. So one of the guest speakers is my business partner in my agency, and he handles a lot of the operations and day-to-day. So he was breaking down how he basically manages anywhere from 40 to 50 ad accounts at any given time, and his exact processes to get clients amazing results.
So positioning your offer, this is ultimately the most important aspect of running an ad campaign. It can really make or break a campaign 95% of the time. For home service, I always push anything, monetary, a discount.
The other guest speaker was Tyler, who came in and he started from absolutely zero with me, and he found his own groove and style with his organic content. And through his organic content, has been able to scale up to $60,000 a month with his consulting offer. So he actually did a whole session on breaking down his content strategy, what he writes about, and how he uses his content to attract his ideal clients.
About your business practices and your values is going to bring the right type of clients. The worst thing you want to do is work with a client that doesn't match your kind of vibe or whatever, right? And we're all different in that sense. So decide what that is for you, but be open and transparent about who you are. Be authentic about who you are.
It was a really, really fun weekend. A lot of people came in early because they'd never been to Canada before. So a lot of them went out to the mountains and stayed there for a couple nights. They enjoyed the city, walked around the city. And a funny thing is that a lot of them talked to me after and said, I didn't know Canada was so fun, or I didn't know in Calgary there were so many fun things to do. So it was really fun to be able to show my clients my home city and why I love it here so much. But also we were able to work hard and play hard. So, I think that's one of the important things with business is it's not just about grinding all the time. It's about showing up when you have to show up, but also being able to let loose with a group of people that, you build relationships with and you can trust, and also that understands who you are. A lot of the time people don't really understand the life of an entrepreneur, how stressful it can be. So it's nice to let loose and have those conversations in a bit more of a casual setting as well. So we were able to provide some amazing content in the days, but a lot of the value also came out when we were at dinner having conversations with each other, just super casual conversations. And a lot of the time, that's where the true value is when you go into these masterminds. You're not only getting great strategies, but you're also getting insights into very successful people's mindset, their habits, their outlooks on how they handle problems, things like that. So one of the really cool things is one of my clients, Daniel, he just started really scaling up very recently. I urged him to increase his prices and get more pay in fulls. And I have another client, Savannah. So they had a conversation, and when we were all kind of standing there and talking, we were encouraging Savannah to basically pitch a pay in full, which is where you literally just get your contract paid up front. And she implemented that. Within the next hour, we all got a message from her saying she just closed a $20,000 pay in full. Okay, literally just on the way to having dinner with the CP crew, and just got a message from one of the clients coming tonight. She got a $20,000 pay in full right after our session today. So that's super exciting. And that's not the result of content. That's the result of having conversations with someone where they see things differently. So for Savannah, it was a limiting belief of being able to charge $20,000 paid in full versus Daniel and myself saying, no, you should just try it, give it a go. And sometimes it's those little things that make all the difference in your business and gives you confidence to just take your business to that next level. And there was a lot of that happening with everyone in the room, and a lot of great conversations like that don't just come from content. And that's why I really think masterminds are important to connect with each other, because you can watch as many videos, you can hop on Q&A calls and things like that. Really where you're going to get true value is from the small conversations, the intimate conversations where you're actually getting to know someone deeply. And I was having a conversation with Daniel today actually, and he said, like, basically in the room, if you were to pay for each person's time, you wouldn't even be able to do that, because a lot of people are just not going to pay for or allow you to do that, or just be very, very expensive. Whereas if you're able to get into a room like this and have these conversations, become friends with people like this, you're just going to get so much value over the long term. The other cool thing with the conversation I had with Daniel, during the event, he actually closed an $8,000 pay in full, which was really, really cool to see. But I was having a conversation with him about how every time I go to masterminds or I invest into masterminds and I end up, networking and learning all these things, I come back and make significantly more money. Well, he just said the exact same thing happened to him. So since he's been back, and we ended the event about 2 weeks ago, he's now in Barcelona, and he's done an additional $30,000 in cash in just the last 2 weeks, which is absolutely insane. And he said it's just literally down to the result of him being at the mastermind and learning and networking and growing, but more so being motivated. I think it's super important to understand that when you're in a room of people who are very successful and have very ambitious goals, you naturally internalize that, and you want to be successful and you want to have more ambitious goals, and it breaks limiting beliefs for yourself. Because back even just a few months ago when Daniel first started, he was not even hitting close to those numbers. And now within a couple weeks, he's hitting, 30K cash collected, which is absolutely insane. So surrounding yourself also will break your limiting beliefs, push you past your comfort zone in order to get to that next level. Also, another funny thing was Tyler was messaging me. He was sitting on his flight. It was slightly delayed. So he basically took some time to message some potential clients, ended up closing $6,000 right before he took off to go back home. So that was another cool win that I saw. And it's just crazy how all this works, how many wins you can get just by surrounding yourself in an environment like this. So adding consulting into my business and growing my businesses over the past few years has really allowed me to make a bunch of money and things like that online, which is cool and all. But more importantly, it's given me some really cool opportunities. So through my consulting and things like that, I've been able to co-found a software company now and been able to learn a whole different side of business in the startup world and things like that. So experience-wise, it's been really amazing and opened up a lot of opportunities and doors for myself. More importantly, it's allowed me to actually have a lot more free time. When I was an agency owner, I was dealing with low-level clients that were taking up all my time, dealing with very low-level problems, just being in the ads manager, and also just being constantly stressed about dealing with ad accounts and creating ads and things like that. Stuff that didn't bring me fulfillment. Consulting brings me a lot more fulfillment. It's way more fun, and I actually really enjoy it. So it actually motivates me to go and get more clients, grow the business and things like that. But it's also given me more free time to enjoy taking my family on vacations, spending more times doing things that I actually love, like playing golf multiple times a week, or just having freedom to be able to do what I want when I want and go wherever I want as well without having to ask for any permission. So through my experiences of growing my business and being able to build this type of life for myself, which has been incredibly amazing and I'm super grateful and blessed for it, I've wanted to always host an event where I could have the same impact on a group of people. So that is exactly why I threw this event together and getting an amazing group of people together so I could show them certain things that allowed me to scale and help them have an impact in their business. But more importantly, impact their business in a way that way their life is positively impacted. Because it's one thing to make a bunch of money, but it's another thing to have a successful business, but also enjoy your life in the process, being able to do the things that you want in the process. Even seeing someone like Daniel, who's grown from basically a college student when I first started working with him, to now he ended up decided not to continue college, grow his business, and now he's gone to over 15 countries in the past year or so, and also now lives abroad full-time and running his business and scaling his business to the next level while he's doing that. And he's having a lot of fun in the process. The other thing is business can be very lonely. Not a lot of people in your daily life can understand a lot of the stress, the pressure, the risk you take on yourself to start a business, and all those things that you go through on a daily basis. When you get together with a group of individuals, it's a very validating feeling because you actually feel understood and you can have really open conversations. Because a lot of the time, you know, even in my life, when I've talked about how much I struggle with things, on the outside, when you're running a business, people just assume, oh, well, you're running your own business. Like, why are you complaining? They don't realize internally, like, how much stress and pressure you go through every single day. So it's hard for people to relate. When you get together with a group of individuals who can actually understand you, it's just an amazing feeling and allows you to really feel validated. This was honestly one of like the best weekends I've ever had. It was super fun. I've always envisioned this for a really long time, so it was great to see it come in real life. So I'm super happy with how the event went and the feedback we've gotten, and honestly, the relationships I built over that weekend are absolutely amazing, and I cherish each one of them. So now my plan is to continue growing this mastermind, getting people in, not just anyone, but people who actually resonate with my values and will fit the culture of the group and will bring genuine value into the group, because I really want to be protective of this mastermind and the people that are in it and have a really, really strong impact, but also bring in people who are also going to have a positive impact on the entire group as well. And we already started planning for the next mastermind, which is going to be in Portugal in 2025. So I am super, super excited about that, and everyone else in the mastermind is as well. We are going to Portugal! Super excited about the next one. A couple of the things I want to do is bring in more guest speakers, do more really fun activities with each other, so that way we can all have some bonding experiences and just continue to work hard and play hard while we're out there. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what else you would like to see, and also please like, comment, and subscribe.